Hey guys, Professor Ion, and today I am here and I'm currently at Magic A's base, and I was chilling out over here the other day, and wow, that sound. You know, usually I have my sound adjusted ahead of time. But anyway, I was over here the other day showing someone where his mob trap was. So we're going to click into this minecart, we're going to push his amazing button, and then we're going to ride back over to my base, and I tell you what, this track and just the stuff that we did to make this all happen was just, the time. I did this all on stream, too. Then we're going to go up this hill, around this corner, and then up this last hill, which leads straight up into my base. And now we are home. Alright. So today's episode is about a wheat farm. And it's over there. And I tell you what, a lot of madness happens. This is like the third time recording this video. Yeah, that's a sad day now, isn't it? So, lots of things changed. I apologize for being away. Schoolwork and just lack of desire to record has kind of pushed me away from just Minecraft and games in general. And so I've recently started playing again. I usually don't disappear for too long before I return, and I'm looking for noms, which are down here. There we go. Get me some noms, check in over here. Let's see, I got some meat still, a little bit of mystery meat and steak. Alright, yeah, it's a good day. It's a good day. What is this, F3H that makes that go away? No. Maybe. Yep, it is. I just can't do it in inventory. Okay, so moving right along, we're going to go check out that wheat farm because that's what this video is all about. We'll see how short I can keep it, but it's pretty intense, I tell you what. Now, anybody that watched Badosay's Phoenix video series, he is the one that his design contributed a lot to this. I talked to him a bit during the making of this, and I still messed it up a lot. And eventually, I finally figured out how he did it, and was able to make this one work a little bit differently, but more or less similar concept. So, this redstone is hectic as all hell. It's just yeah, it's bad. So we're going to have seeds on either of these. This is going to be our base timer. Now, what this does is when both of these plants grow, these detector blocks activate. When both detector blocks activate, it turns this off. Now, that pulse is turned into, or that constant signal is turned into a pulse by this little machine here. Pulse shortener, whatever you want to call it. It's a pulsar, in my opinion. Or a pulse generator. And then, over here, it powers into this, and through this, and then up there. But while it stays here, it flips this guy, which is a flip-flop, or a toggle latch, as some would call it. And this toggle latch activates this, which also sends a pulse up there. Now, isn't that complicated? Why does this... Never mind. This goes this way into this. It doesn't go... The power doesn't go that way. It goes this way. So anyway, this goes up there and splits off in two directions. But it also connects right here. That was really dumb. So, now that I've turned this the wrong way. And what it does is it turns this on, which turns this turntable on with a buddy block on top. And four, I don't know if you want to call it, four ticks on its highest setting. Very, very slow. And what that's going to do is up here, it is going to send a signal. Or this is going to pulse and send a signal, but not for 20 seconds. 20 seconds, I do believe, is what it is. So what happens is that this guy takes 20 seconds to do a complete rotation. So the very first pulse comes up here, and yeah, let me think here. Jeez, I built this so long ago. And I fell in a hole. Oh, it has literally been at least a month since I built this, but I think I figured it out now. Yeah. The initial pulse comes over here and flips this switch signs up, and that activates a bone mielinator, which is still in the works. But it also comes over here and activates the pistons so that it pushes the wheat aside, so that we don't have wheat in the hoppers, just seeds. Then, that pulse also from there comes over here. And all of this blue stuff is related to the water. And then it comes over here and down to this and up to that torch chain, which at the very top flips some pistons backwards up here. And it flips some pistons around, and then they let the water in for the harvest. Pretty neat. It's a pretty intense system, and just clusterfuck of redstone is what it really comes down to. It is a clusterfuck of redstone. Now, after 20 seconds, that pulse is sent again, which then goes down and flips that flip-flop, and also activates, which, yeah, when that flip-flop turns off, it turns this off, which turns the pistons upstairs off, so that then the water closes. And it gives it enough time. The 20 seconds is to give it enough time for all the seeds to flow into the hoppers, which are right up there. All the seeds and wheat. Then we have this guy. This is our green stuff. Now, this is all related to the replant. Now, it takes another 20 seconds. That way, the water can fully dissipate before it tries to replant. So this system is going to be exactly like the last one. The power is going to come down here. Through this, out of this. Oh, here it is. Which flips this torch, which activates the flip-flop, which then turns this on. This spins around for 20 seconds, shuts the whole thing off, and activates the replant. So, on the second pulse, it replants, but also, and it also replants these. So these are normally set to out. It'll turn them off after the pistons come back. And then these will replant once repowered after the 20 seconds. So this guy, oh, excuse me. This guy powers up this way. Excuse me again. Which powers right into here. And these have torches with block dispensers above them up there to place, to plant the seeds. So that's a pretty intense situation. Now, this was only 8 minutes, so I guess I'm going to show it to you, try and explain it in greater detail. This guy, Magic and I were trying to come up with a way to pulse something X amount of times, in this situation, 6, as small as we could possibly make it. And I managed to turn this sucker into a badass 2x2 cube of awesome pulsiness. That's what I will refer to it as. So, when it gets started, and we'll demonstrate this, like so. Okay, my bad. It's just going to cycle and cycle until it hits that. And that is the point at which it stops. So we'll see if I can't show you that again. It cycles through all of them very, very quickly, powering our dispensers over here that would have bone meal in them. And this goes while the water's coming down, so that the water covers it across here. Now you'll see some of them have been bone mealed and some haven't, and that my texture pack needs to add the bone meal texture, but I'll work on that. So that is pretty neat. That was a little bit of a trick to make. And I will go downstairs, activate the harvest, and we'll let you see the whole thing in action. So we're going to come down here, and best way to activate the harvest, in complete honesty, is to break this piece of redstone right there. Now, that ticking goes, and then it stops, and then this ticking goes, and then it stops. But this one has to tick several times. It takes a whole 20 seconds before it sends the outward pulse, which sends to here. And then this guy takes about 20 seconds for him to send his outward pulse, which is plenty of time for the water to dissipate before the replant, which should happen in a couple of seconds. Just like that. Which is pretty neat. Now, I guess there was some glitching with some of the wheat, but that's not a big deal, as it seems to have all worked out just fine over here, and all the items are dropped down to the very first floor. So we'll get on to the very first floor. If I don't kill myself in the process. And there will be wheat and seeds. And I will have the wheat and seeds filtered on this floor, so that we can keep them separated and have some form of an advanced large storage system. Now, I did make some minor changes to the sheep farm. I have not yet expanded its size, but I may do that in the future. So you'll see we have all three of our sheeps down there doing what they do, standing around, jumping on pressure plates, fretting their deaths. I've made this look a little nicer and added some chests to hold the contents of the harvest. Now, except for the fact that I didn't sort this out after I was done with it, this should sort the meat from the wool, because there's, I don't remember which filter it is up there, that prevents things that, it doesn't let things in that stack to only to 16. So it'll only let things in that have a max stack size of 64. Which would be good for sorting things like ender pearls or any form of edible object, which is pretty awesome. It took me forever to figure out which one that was, but when I finally did, I was quite happy. I'm not 100% sure exactly how I want to wrap up the last half of this video, so I think I'm going to cut out for a little bit. I may or may not be done here, but the video has more or less been covered. If that's not enough detail of how that works, or if I didn't explain it well enough, let me know, and I will do a very, very detailed explanation of how the whole system works. I will construct the parts out here or in a creative world so that you can see how they work when it's not so much of a clusterfuck inside the building. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm just going to call it quits here on 12 seconds, or yeah, 12 minutes. And I'm going to take some bone meal and stuff, and I will continue building. Hopefully I'll get some more videos out more frequently. Next step will probably be an auto kiln or an auto turntable system. I haven't decided where I'm going to put it, but I'm pretty excited about it. So again, hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked the video, like it. If you disliked it, dislike it. Either way, it helps me. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.